Last Friday, the Royal College of General Practitioners said this about his health bill, and I quote, "It will cause irreparable damage to patient care and jeopardise the NHS." Well, the Health Secretary is shouting from a sedentary position. It's nice to see him here, I have to say, Mr. Speaker. Some distance away, I noticed. Mr. Speaker, the Prime Minister says he wants the voice of doctors to be heard in the NHS. Why doesn't he listen to them?
Well, it's always good to get a lecture on happy families from the right honourable member. Look, I care passionately about our NHS, not least because of what it's done for my family and because of the amazing service that I've received. Now, I want to see that excellent service implemented for everyone, and that means two things. It means we've got to put more money into the NHS, and we are putting the money in, but it also means we've got to reform the NHS.
This is a matter of trust in the Prime Minister. Can he honestly look people in the health service in the eye and say he's kept his promise of no more top-down reorganisation?
Let me remind the right honourable gentleman of the clear test that he set for the reforms and that he set for the government. He said the test was whether waiting times and waiting lists would come down. Let me now give him the figures. The figures are these: inpatient waiting times down, outpatient waiting times down. The number of people waiting more than a year down to its lowest ever. The number of people waiting for 6 months down to its lowest ever level. And indeed, the number of people on the waiting list. What he said was the clear test, that is down. That's what it proves about this Labour leader. Even when he moves the goalposts, he can't put it in the back of the net.
Every day he fights for this bill. Every day, trust in him on the NHS ebbs away, and every day it becomes clearer the health service is not safe in his hands.
I've got to tell him, the career prospects for my right honourable friend are a lot better than his. That's what this is about. This is not a campaign to save the NHS. This is a campaign to try and save his leadership. And I make this prediction: the NHS will go on getting better and his prospects will go on getting worse.